What's up guys, it's Jack. Today's video is going to be a follow-up to one of my earlier videos, which is the best accessories for the A6500. I'm not going to cover anything that I covered in the first video in this video, so if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it somewhere in here. If you've already seen it or don't really care, this video is going to be all new accessories for it. I'm interested to hear your guys' feedback on it and what you think of some of these accessories and how they compare to the first one. So let's get right into it. In the first video, one of the lenses I recommended was this, which is the FE24-70 Sony lens. So although I still recommend that lens and I think it's a great lens, it's definitely one of my favorites, a lot of you guys recommended this lens, which is the Sony 18-105. I'm going to show you guys some test footage now. And while I'm showing you the test footage, I'm going to point out a couple cool features of this lens. So one thing I really like about it is that it covers a huge focal range. So from 18, which is pretty wide, to 105. The other thing I like about it is it keeps its f4 aperture throughout the entire focal range. So from 18 to 105, you can still get f4, which is really nice. The last thing I liked about it was that the zoom is built into the body. All in all, I like this lens. I really thought it had good video quality and good stills quality, and the versatility makes it great. So I appreciate you guys who pointed this one out. I also picked out another lens, and this is the Sigma 30mm f1.4. The reason I picked this lens is I wanted to include a lower cost lens for you guys. It's f1.4, so you can get that really shallow depth of field. Here's some test footage. 30mm is a really common focal length for a prime lens, and I think it works really well. It's very versatile. A lot of people recommend a prime somewhere in between the 30 to 55 millimeters, so I think this is a good choice. It appears to be a really well-made lens, a really good value for the money, and if you do a lot of video and you need manual focus, the way they built the focus ring makes it super simple to get kind of an accurate focus and make those fine adjustments when you're using it for video. The next accessory is one of the simplest, but actually one of the ones I use the most, and that is a quick release plate. I picked this one because it's fairly low profile and it doesn't take up a lot of space on the bottom of the camera. I could still access all the ports. So I really like that about it. I think there's a lot of other quick release plates, so if you guys have suggestions of other good ones, let me know in the comments. I use this tripod pretty frequently, but with the quick release plate added to the top, I like it so much better because instead of having to move that plate on and off the camera all the time, all I have to do is put this on there and clip it in and it's attached. And when you're done with it, you just pull the lever in the back, the camera pops off, and I can switch it to, say, my video head or whichever other tripod I want. Keeping budget in mind, I wanted to show another mic that you can use on your camera that I really like. This is the Rode Videomicro. In the last video, I showed you guys the Videomic Pro. The Micro is a little different. It doesn't have battery power or anything, it's just powered through the headphone jack, but it's significantly less expensive than the Videomic Pro. And the cool thing about it is that it still gives you way better audio than the built-in mics on the camera. The last accessory I'm going to cover is a cage. This is a cage made by a company called Small Rig. The reason I like this cage is it's a really good value compared to some of the other ones on the market. It may sound weird, but these things can cost $500, $1,000, or even more. And there's a reason that they get that expensive, but if you're kind of just starting out and you're not using it with a ton of external accessories, you don't need to spend that kind of money. So in this video, I wanted to showcase how without spending a ton of money, you could still build a really cool rig around the A6500. I really enjoyed reading the comments on the last video, guys, and thanks for all the feedback. I mean, a lot of these lenses and ideas came from stuff you guys suggested, so I really appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.